It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
You're a crook. You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this? Build up a little boy's hopes and then smash all his dreams to pieces. You're an inhuman monster!
I said good day!
For the last can of cranberry sauce. He's just like, that's what I said. Like, hey, Spider-Man! Oh yeah, I got the last can. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's awesome.
My spidey sense is tingling that you're about to get your ass beat.
Now your head's gonna be tingling. That's awesome.
Go Web!
Here's a radioactive punch, bitch.
Yeah, some of these
Spider Sting. Didn't you play Marvel vs. Capcom? Spider Sting. That new collection's out too now.
I know. I gotta get it on the Wii because I don't know what it's gonna be on for the Xbox.
On the Wii? Wait.
The
back
Wii?
up. You're gonna get it on the Wii?
Switch.
You're traveling back in time to pick up the Wii?
I've become my mom. I sent you guys that meme about
That's
the whatever every game system I had since from like 1980.
The Nintendo.
It's been a Nintendo to her.
Yeah.
And
Sega Genesis, Nintendo. N64.
Now it's the Xbox. Are you playing Xbox?
Yeah.
What
there
the
you
fuck
go.
are you talking about? Nothing.
That game.
I mean, at least
no
with
one calls it the
PlayStation,
GameCube.
everyone did the smart thing with the PlayStation. Like, oh, it's just the PlayStation. 1, 2, 3. At least it's still the PlayStation. It's not Xbox's stupid 360 Series X.
But Xbox. I mean, it's not really that different because everyone still just calls it an Xbox though.
Everyone knows an Xbox.
Only
like,
the gamers differentiate between the models.
I mean,
Xbox X Series X Extreme.
Right. I just wish they would have had a better naming scheme along
Xbox
the way
6.
of like Xbox 360, Xbox One. Like, no, that's not how math works, assholes.
It is very much.
Hey, it's alternate math. Damn it, we live in an alternate universe. We talked about this, kid.
We live in a world of fake lies and truth, and God,
we
said we were going to talk about this. We said we were going to talk about this.
It feels like Mad Men, where it's just like there's a drunk Don Draper in a corner going, you know what's cool? X. Call it Xbox X.
Is he
Don,
just talking to what's the name from the Social Network? You know, it's better than a million.
Yes, he and that's
Sean,
the guy,
whatever his name was,
hanging out. Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I mean, it was.
I know his first name was Sean, wasn't it?
It was at least okay when X was going to give it to me. Like, at least then I appreciate it. But
because he would
deliver to you.
Yeah, exactly. he delivered. So
knock,
it was nice. Exactly. You know,
man, DMX was on that Uber tip or Uber Eats real early, wasn't he?
Yeah. Knew how to get paid, man.
How was that not like the theme song of like for the commercials for Uber Eats or DoorDash?
Because they're bad at marketing. I don't know.
I agree.
I still am half convinced the entire global pandemic was orchestrated by a combination of Postmates, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash just to get sales up.
I mean, it was ingenious.
Yeah.
Raking that cash.
We'll keep your restaurants open for a fee.
Mostly. Had Newt running everything.
Mostly.
All right, Pat, give us our intro.
No, I gotta do it.
Banana. What's that song?
Yeah, all right. Rocking out in a post-apocalyptic future where we're watching everything burn in flames. But we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, the holidays, the traditions, the movies. Find out now on Tangential Giants. Rock show.
I feel like the show's less post-apocalyptic and just apocalyptic. Like we're in the phase.
Apocalyptic.
I was gonna listen to this post-apocalyptic and be like, "Oh, this is what they entertain themselves with as the world burns."
That's fair. We're just burning down the house. I can't play that because that would cost us money.
Burning down the house.
Done with rock music.
You're good with 10 seconds. That's why it works. It's like just get 9 and you're like, all right, take that.
You get 2 words out of the song.
Question: is it only 10 seconds consecutively, or is it 10 seconds total?
Consecutively.
10 seconds consecutively.
If you can throw
in a word in there cut it off and then.
So
go
if
back
we
to
just cut the word house and say house ourselves, we can do the entire song burning down the house in 10-second intervals.
Yep. Screw you,
like
YouTube.
And now I want to do that. I don't.
YouTube loopholes.
There you go.
And I think it has to be burning down the house, or I don't know. Pick a song, like a '90s montage song. Baby, I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There we go.
I like that. Was that the name of the group? Or the song?
I don't know. But they were ready.
It's all nebulous, huh?
Damn right.
All right, so do we want to do our side dishes first, get everyone's mouth watering, or do we want to do movies and have everyone fall asleep? Which one? How's your Thanksgiving go?
All right. Just as an introduction, we are indeed talking about Thanksgiving. Just a little palate cleanser after all that hot alien action before we eventually wrap up with Prometheus and Alien Covenant and then Alien Romulus, which, as you can tell by the way my voice kept dropping and then going up, I prefer one to the others. So we're going to talk about our favorite Thanksgiving side dishes, or should I say the correct answer for what the best Thanksgiving dishes are. I'm going to throw pies in there too.
As a side dish or just dessert? We can do dessert.
No. As a pick your pie. Pick your pie,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
And
That's
then
like that.
Thanksgiving movies.
See, this is where we're already starting
Okay.
to go off the rails. Like, when this was like, we did this at work. Like, what's the best sides? I was like, no one said turkey. It's like, that's not a side dish.
That's not
like,
a side dish.
Right. And so it's like pies is a dessert. So it's a separate
Who
category.
said turkey?
No, I want to do two categories.
Are they no longer invited to conversations?
I'm not going to dox this person online. Okay.
I am
They don't
because they
deserve it
obviously
right now.
can't follow rules.
I mean, clearly, but that's not my place to say.
Let us
Fair
just set a rule right now. We are disqualifying turkey, ham, any sort of large or medium-sized bird, chicken, duck, like anything you're going to switch out for turkey.
Tofurkey,
Anything
yeah.
that is-
That's
yeah,
again,
any of
that's a
that.
main.
Does not count.
We're talking sides, okay?
Cornish hen.
Can't throw a turducken in there.
No.
That's all
God,
the
I want
meats.
turducken. That shit's delicious.
All right, so we got those canceled out.
Yeah.
Now we're on to
We've
stuff like
canceled
potato.
turkey.
No, not this podcast canceling stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even though the turkey was pardoned, Pat. We got no quorums with turkey.
Nah.
We don't know what the
No,
turkey did.
With
But it's
that one
pardoned for
turkey.
something.
The rest of them, they're all
I think there are two of them.
I hereby pardon Liberty and Bell. All right. Congratulations, birds.
I think they were like the Menendez turkeys.
See, this is that soft on crime Democrat stuff you keep hearing about. Like they're just like, we're to pardon all the turkeys.
Those turkeys
I
come back and
think-
kill somebody. We gotta
The
apologize
Menendez
for it.
turkeys.
Oh my
I
god.
think they were pigs. They were speaking some language. I think it was pig.
Oh my god, my kid brother's been shot. I think it was an Asian gang or something. I saw someone, he looked Asian, and he was speaking another language. I'm pretty sure it was Asian.
Yeah, I wonder, has anybody ever asked what the turkeys need to be pardoned for?
I mean, they're about to face a shooting squad.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell? What do you call it? I can't.
Firing
What do you
squad?
call the
Firing
thing?
squad?
Firing squad. Thank you. I'm sorry. It's been a rough month. Okay, folks.
Hey,
Like, let's just.
we are all adjusting. We
I
get
can't
there.
think of shooting squad, firing squad. That's where we are.
I just want to know, like, because I get it, they're on death row because they're going to be served up. But I'm like, what did they do to get there?
Be delicious.
I mean, it's
I
walking
guess
while
it's a
turkey.
crime.
Walking while turkey. That's
Oh.
the thing. Yeah. See, that's
That is-
what
Damn, that hits close home.
they did. Sorry to say, but like, that's a simple. That's the real truth. Walking wild turkey, man. That's just.
I want when they have these like elaborate, like, oh, they part the turkeys for just one reporter to be like, excuse me, ABC News, what did the turkey do? And then one president be like, killed my mother.
You
Another
make this kind of request, and then one news reporter is gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna, on my last day out before we get in this new I'm gonna start questioning the authority now. what do they do? It's like, no, don't give them another topic to throw. Just like let them die.
I would rather hear that conversation than what we're about to hear for
I
the next
mean-
4 years. I'd rather hear the turkey pardoning conversation because I feel like it'd be more lighthearted and entertaining. Can we get a word from the turkey?
They just bleep it all out. It's like,
Oh, the turkey's
wow,
back
okay.
on trial again.
yep.
Accidentally confessed.
There's
The
all the
turkey sounds
files.
like a. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you request all the. You said through the Freedom of Information Act, you request the files and they're all redacted. It's like what is going on here? Like we didn't know that SEAL Team 6 was actually just a bunch of turkeys.
Or
And
they
that
might have found the pig who actually did it.
There you go. See,
Fuck you, Christmas ham. Your ass isn't
There you
getting
go.
pardoned.
Turkey's "If I Did It" book coming out soon. It's gonna be pretty interesting. So
That'd be awesome.
oh man,
How to share a knife with
Well.
OJ.
no. my goodness.
The memoir.
why is that turkey own so many pairs of isotoner gloves? It's weird. Some
All
nice
right.
Bruno Mollies.
Dishes. What do we got here? We want to toss them out
right.
there? Or do we? How about we give people a sprinkling of ideas for dishes first before we start giving them our favorite?
I think they know Thanksgiving sides.
I don't know.
I mean-
someone said turkey, so I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
you know
I've
what?
lost
Fair
faith in
point.
the American people.
I've got a list here, and I can just cut. I can cut
Yeah.
back from 10 because there's a lot of, and also there's going to be some dupes because you also have like ones where you're like, the first one's pumpkin cornbread, which I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna count that as
Pumpkin
cornbread just in
cornbread.
general.
Just cornbread, right?
Although,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like cornbread's a good side. It's decent.
I think cornbread's it's a staple, right? It's a staple of the
Yeah,
of the
I
holiday.
think it can be, but also rolls are kind of in that same like
Yes.
they're adjacent, but in the same branch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've mostly had rolls. I'm very white, so I think
I was
that's
gonna say,
why
I wonder
I've
if pumpkin
mostly
is.
had
I
rolls.
wonder if cornbread is like a regional / ethnic kind of.
Yeah, it's
association.
it's the kind of thing. It's like, does that taste like a neighborhood you've never been to? That's what cornbread is. Like, there's a
Yeah.
reason why like you will find some people who say like, oh yeah, cornbread. And some
Excuse me,
people, like-
sir. Where are your rolls?
Yeah,
Oh, what do you mean I'm not invited anymore?
I want the
Um,
lightest, fluffiest, least tasting thing you can have, please. Thank you.
well then depending on the house you go to, that might be the mashed potatoes, which is also on the list.
Oh,
Ooh, mashed
jeez.
potatoes are delightful.
Which I think
Depends on how
mashed
they're made.
potatoes, right?
That's fair.
But there's many different things here, but also that's where we like are mashed potatoes adjacent to potatoes au gratin because it's like still a potato dish. Like, are we?
No, those are different.
Mm,
That's
those
like
yeah.
having rolls versus biscuits versus cornbread. They're
What about
all
a baked-
bready
They're all
products.
bread. Yeah.
What about a baked potato?
Separate.
What about
Separate,
a
same
twice
thing.
baked potato, where it's essentially just mashed potatoes put back into the skin of a potato?
No,
baked
because you've
potato
got
roll.
you probably have like bacon bits
Mm-hmm.
and cheese. Like you got other
It's a
stuff. in
loaded,
there.
it's a loaded potato.
No.
Yeah.
Say it again, but a little slower for me.
It's like a hard-boiled egg
Bacon
and devil's
bits.
egg.
This is another one where it will be a fight in my household. Cranberry sauce versus cranberry jelly. Some
Ooh,
people will be like,
cranberry-
"Oh no."
Cranberry jelly.
Oh.
My wife is the cranberry jelly girl, and
My wife too. She will cut a mother effer for some
Yes.
cranberry jelly.
she will take the
Whereas,
can
like-
that it comes in, take the lid, and slice people's necks with it.
Start cutting people.
Okay.
Start
Yeah.
cutting them.
This is where I got to be hipster douchey guy, and I
Oh,
apologize.
Pat's
in
about
advance.
to get canceled, ladies and gentlemen. Here,
I
mark your calendars and your watches. This is the
totally
moment. Go ahead.
understand the cranberry
10:22.
jelly. When I did during the pandemic make cranberry sauce from scratch, where it was like
Ooh.
boil the cranberries and all that, and
Were you
I'm
drinking
not
an
gonna lie, I
IPA when
shit
you
the
did
game.
it?
That,
Just-
you damn
I
right
mean,
it was. What, of course.
Could you
Well-
taste the gentrification of the holiday?
Yeah,
Could you-
100%. I could taste me ruining it for everyone else.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Me on the other hand, I get my cranberry chutney from Trader Joe's, so that's
Oh, fancy.
yeah,
I think they were out.
You're not
I'm
a
pretty sure
Whole
that's
Foods
what.
guy though.
yeah. It's see that's
Trader
that's,
Joe's
that's,
is like the target of Whole Foods.
that's fair. That's very well.
So
Whole
what's-
Foods
what-
literally being owned by Amazon is a whole nother like avenue on
Yeah.
that discussion.
But
Fair enough.
but then what is the Whole Foods of Target?
Well, the Sprouts. I mean,
Yeah.
this is getting
No,
really
that's
regional too.
groceries.
That's what Trader Joe's is. Trader Joe's is groceries
Yeah,
too.
but he said Whole Foods is what is it? Trader Joe's is to Whole Foods as Target is to what?
True.
Oh.
I'm giving you an SAT problem.
Yeah,
Give
exactly.
me the answer.
Oh my god.
What's the fancier? God.
Target?
Gelson's?
Steinmart?
I guess you could say
Steinmart, like
Gelson.
no, Steinmart starts to be like more like the TJ Maxx area too, because they have
Yeah.
a bunch of random stuff too. So like
That's why they're
like,
always next to Ross.
yeah, like I don't need to go to a Home Goods to get my cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce.
Somebody was breathing on these apples. You can have them though for like a quarter off.
There you go.
Gross. Poor breath.
Right,
yes, give us some more. Throw some more out there.
So as we step away from cranberry jelly, we'll go ahead and the wife slipped it to me. She's like, "Here, show them."
Yes, because cranberry jelly is
jelly.
the shit, Pat. Like I said,
Ocean
you
spray.
got canceled 2 minutes ago.
I'm not saying it's not good, but
you are
once
saying
again,
it. You literally said that.
I literally did not. I said it was good. I did not say it was not good.
I live in a world where you said it.
Okay,
Prove me wrong.
I mean,
Prove
the
me wrong.
implication.
The implication.
And then
yeah.
it's funny too because like I'm reading the list off, and we've had like fondue mashed potatoes, and we've had other things that are very.
Fondue.
This just says, yeah, it's
I
like
feel like
fondue
that goes
potatoes.
with his handmade cranberry sauce. That's the house you're gonna go to.
Yeah, it's the artisanal mashed potatoes. That's fine.
Yeah, the deconstructed turkey.
This one just says classic stuffing. There's like classic stuff, like not even to say like Stouffer's. Like at least like I mean at that point give us a brand name because you know what it is.
Classic stuffing. Are
Yes.
stuffing and dressing the same thing in this discussion?
I don't think so, right?
Well, as I do know what he's saying because he's not referring to dressing as far as like dressing on a salad. He's speaking to people calling stuffing dressing, and I would say in that scenario, yeah, stuffing and dressing are the same thing in this discussion.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if it's baked in a casserole dish or baked in the turkey's butt.
Right. We can just play the clip from the West Wing right now. That'll be fine.
These are our rules.
Yeah.
So we get to make them. Fine.
Yep. Next, number 6 is melting sweet potatoes, which I'm guessing it's more of like a candied sweet potatoes, but it doesn't have any marshmallows. I don't know. This is the list.
I feel like it does have marshmallows, right?
Sweet potatoes. Yeah. Not in this one in the picture. It doesn't say anything about marshmallows. It says a maple syrup miso sauce, which I'm like,
I feel like this is Pat must have made these recipes. This is what it says.
Yeah, there's
now my mother-in-law makes a damn fine sweet potato apple thing that is delicious. Shout out to Margie.
I'll be honest, I tried.
I hope you're making it Thursday.
It sounds good, yeah.
No,
is it like the physically does it look like mashed potatoes?
No.
Okay, what does it look like?
It's like discs, like layered discs.
Okay, more like a potatoes au gratin, but with sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
And apples.
Okay.
I mean, again,
not as layered like that, more off to the side, but yeah.
Yeah, I try it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Number 5 is a harvest.
Hold on. Does she also eat the gelatin cranberry sauce?
I don't remember what she used for cranberry. I think she's done the gelatin before, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
School in my book.
Next up, we've got harvest Caesar salad, which I'm like Caesar salad, whatever you want to put in
salad
here.
Side dishes.
Yeah, I think that's just salad. They didn't have to call out Caesar.
Yeah, it's just like no, this one. Number 4, we've got Brussels sprouts, creamed Brussels sprouts, which
I do Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I like Brussels sprouts.
I hear roasting's the best way to go, and make sure you do them face up so that they don't get steamed on the inside. But that's just that's the things I'm hearing. But I'm not eating them either.
The vegetable ones will be interesting because I think that's where we're going to see the most variety.
Oh, it's also where I'm just going to completely check out. Like when someone gives me gnocchi green bean casserole, which I like gnocchi.
Hold on. Pat changing colors over here.
Son of a bitch.
You gave me vegetables, I give you back a full plate. That's what happens.
You know what makes green beans good?
The bread,
nothing.
the crumbles or whatever.
Well, no. When you cook them,
the fried onions
in a cream sauce with shallots, and all you're tasting is the cream sauce and the crunchy things and the shallots, and then there's like green beans is like the delivery mechanism.
It's basically green beans are like just celery of Thanksgiving food. Like you can put stuff on them to make them better, but them by themselves aren't very good.
In that case, then just give me the sauce and the other things because I don't want your green beans. You may keep them. Good day, sir.
What? Why are you so anti-vegetable?
Good day, sir. I said good day.
Basically, you just want like cream of mushroom soup.
No, I don't even want cream and mushroom soup. I don't want them at all. But
That's
he's saying that
that's what Pat's going to serve you if he takes the green beans out.
No, I'm just like I said. I'm going
dare
to
you,
give
sir.
him back a full plate. That
Am
is.
I wrong,
And
Pat?
what's
Am I
wrong
wrong?
with me? My mother
You are
ruined my
wrong.
taste buds.
Is it not cream of mushroom soup? Basically,
If I do it from a can, yes.
okay.
But if I don't do it from a can, which once again,
If you
the
get
pandemic-
artisanal again,
Yeah,
well,
because he's
during
gonna.
the pandemic, I got artisanal. So
Yeah, he's gonna give you a creamy bechamel sauce, sautéed with shallots and
that's
greens.
because everyone had time. Everyone even had time to make their own bread.
Yeah,
We don't have that
Yeah.
anymore. Go back to your can
true. It's true.
Yeah.
Back to the can.
and
All right,
Ken's
keep
on the
going.
paleo diet.
all right.
Meat and bread.
Let's. That's
and-
all he needs, baby.
This is another time where like the list fails me. That they're like number 2, croissant stuffing. Like, why are you
Croissant
separating stuffing? Yeah, stuffing made out of croissants, which I
Oh,
like
that's
croissants.
fancy
I'm
and
on board.
expensive. Who's wasting croissants for stuffing?
That's what
Exactly.
Costco's for.
That's
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You can get a ton of
Yeah.
bread, but it still seems like a waste.
I don't know, man. I'd try it.
I mean, I also don't bake. I don't do my turkeys with stuffing inside them. I usually use citrus based like I put lemons, limes, and oranges inside the cavity. So
Yeah.
that's like more my jam. But
Yeah,
I'm not a stuffing guy
that's good.
anyways.
I love
Yeah,
stuffing, but
little,
I'm sure I would love that too because the breading would be much softer.
Mhm.
I just feel like again, croissants like it seems like a waste to me, but that's just me. Though.
Yeah, and I think part of stuffing too, at least.
I mean, I want to eat
for
it
people-
though. I want to try it.
There's things I will try, but there's also things that wouldn't be. If I'm making a list of things that we need to have at Thanksgiving, I'm not saying like, oh, someone make sure we bring the croissant stuffing.
Yeah.
Maybe after
No.
I've had it,
And
I'm like,
again,
oh,
I'm
no,
also-
we need to have it.
I'm
now.
also not saying like when presented to me, I wouldn't be like, this is the best thing in the world. I just being a poor find that a wasteful in my practically speaking. Again, when having served to me, I'm like, this is amazing. This is delicious.
Stuffing is made from old bread that was you left out the night before to get nice and crunchy. Like that's
yes.
like you don't bake it in the oven to get that crispiness. It's left out stale bread. That's where the poor in me is.
Yeah.
And if you have croissants, they're not going to last long enough. Like nobody's leaving those croissants out. They're not getting eaten.
Yeah. Unless it's like a buy at the next day from the bakery, like these are the croissants from 2 days ago. We still have them for this reason. Like okay, and you're still
these are your rat poison croissants. Oh, okay, I'll try these.
Yeah.
That's why they're on sale.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then number 1 at the top of this list is Southern baked mac and cheese, which there's a lot of good different mac and cheeses out there. I definitely think it's a solid one, probably at the top for me. But I do know that mashed potatoes or a potato dish is right there in my rankings. But that's this list from delish.com. And that's, I mean, past that, once we get into the 11 is a different type of Brussels sprouts, a different type of mac and cheese, a different type of sweet potato. Like we kind of hit the big
those
ones.
are the basic, yeah.
And
Oyster
then it says
stuffing, ooh, that sounds good.
there's an onion soup mixed roast potatoes, which I mean roast potatoes, but we kind of covered that with our potato dish category.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I love all potatoes. All potatoes, all delicious. But for
I
Thanksgiving,
mean,
For those of you who cannot see Pat, he's Irish.
yeah.
He's very Irish.
yeah, I'm very Irish. I'm just a giant pink and red blob on your screen.
Picture Conan, but taller and bespectacled.
Yes.
If Pat doesn't
Actually,
have
wait,
potato in him in
how
in
tall-
With less
Irish.
talent.
He's pretty tall though.
No, I think
he
we're
might be
actually
an
a
inch.
similar height.
Yeah, I think he
Oh
might be
my
an inch
God.
taller than Pat.
He actually might be taller than me.
That's the thing. I think he might be an inch taller than you.
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien is 6'4".
He's actually shorter
no,
than
I'm
you.
6'5". Yeah.
Okay, so Jesus. Okay, and I love that Conan did the
Well,
ancestry.
Conan's hair is
He-
also much higher,
Yeah.
so it looks.
Yeah,
he-
he's got me.
with the fufa. I don't know if anybody's ever seen like when they do an interview with him about his ancestry. He's like, oh yeah, like I did the test and it turns out I'm 100% Irish. He's like, that's pretty cool. He's like, no, Conan, that means you're incredibly inbred. And he's like,
yeah.
oh. Like it's like
Oh,
that's not a
Oh.
good thing.
Shattered his worldview.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
whatever. He
Yeah.
was successful. He's fine.
But yeah, Pat
Yeah, no,
loves potatoes.
I love
Go ahead,
Conan.
Pat.
Yeah,
I love
but
potatoes.
I have to have mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. Like, yes, I'll eat a potatoes au gratin. Yes, I'll eat a roasted potato. Yes, I'll eat literally any potato out there. But for
Give me a
Thanksgiving,
potato chip.
I need the mashed potato. You can fancy it up. You can guess if you want to give me like a nice garlic mash, that's great. But I have to have a mashed potato that I can put turkey gravy on.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
Okay.
I saw on one of these lists real quick,
I mean,
our specific collard greens.
Yeah.
And I guess that goes into the vegetable section we'll get into.
But
I feel like that's also a staple.
But I think like you break up the vegetables because different vegetables are, corn is not the same as a Brussels sprout, is not the same as a green bean. Well, it is to Ken, but to the rest of us.
I feel like it's that Ken's got that
me.
Lion King meme of like everything the sun touches you on. Is like, what's that over there? Oh, vegetables.
we never
don't go to
there.
that.
Ken and my cat have the same diet. Just no, get that shit out of here.
There you go.
Hey, keep them nimble. Vegetables slowing them down.
There you go.
Sharpening his claws.
So, I mean, while we're on the potatoes, the potato topic, which I don't know if we're gonna come back to it. I've loved twice baked potatoes, which is essentially just mashed potatoes, because you take a baked potato, scoop out the insides, mash it up, throw in some fixins like some cheese and some bacon, and throw it back in the skin and bake it some more.
That is not a mashed potato.
It's very close to it. It's essentially mashed potato put back in the skin of a potato.
It's mashed potato in a bowl that you can eat.
Yeah,
it's like a taco salad.
With all this other stuff on it, separately baked, so it's crispy on top.
Right,
but, exactly. It's the same stuff you put in mashed potatoes, though. You're literally just
taking
mashed potato and putting it in a different
he
bowl.
Doesn't, though. He's a gravy guy. He's like, no, I need my turkey gravy on my mashed potatoes, which is fair.
But what if we put your gravy back into the potato bowl and then cook that?
It's still not the same thing because you're baking it. It's going to have a crispy exterior. It's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you do that, you cook off the Guinness that he puts into his gravy. That's he doesn't want the alcohol cooked off. Yeah, he's like, no, I'm Irish, damn it. Use the Guinness.
He'll just
put the Guinness in at the end
as he's cooking.
That's fair.
Well, yes, but I just pour it.
Or
on
he
top.
can do like
that's
me,
actually
like
what I consider turkey gravy.
Or you can just do like we did when we were in college and not cook any of it.
We've tried to. All right, quick tangent because that's the show.
Yeah.
Kareem and I in college tried to make whiskey chicken. So what we did is we pan fried chicken breast and then we poured whiskey on it and cooked it for about 30 seconds. And then we ate the chicken with the sauce and got drunk on chicken.
Yes.
Very
drunk and very sick.
There's the added aspect of this I've met Kareem at work where we worked at a place that served whiskey chicken. And so I'm like, was there like a side by side?
I wasn't a chef, I was a server, damn it.
No, but I'm saying, like, did you bring some home? Like, this is my control group and this is the whiskey chicken. We need to get to this. And
and the worst part was, again, I knew what it was supposed to look like.
And still
not how I was prepared in order to get there. So I was like, hey, it looks like the thing that we're supposed to be eating. It didn't taste like it. Didn't taste like it at all.
This tastes awful. We ate it.
Yeah, we ate it because we wasted a $30 bottle of whiskey. You had to eat it.
We didn't use that much. We used like what amounts to 6 shots worth. We just didn't cook off any of the alcohol at all. It was like we were just dipping the chicken in whiskey.
Hot whiskey sauce.
Yeah. Warm.
Bring some of that hot whiskey dip back over your son.
This chicken isn't good, but I love it.
I am surprised that like Applebee's hasn't come yet.
Give them time.
This is also hitting like other spots in my brain where people like trying to make different type of butterscotch. People would just use scotch and butter, trying to like, that's how you make it. I'm like, it's not necessarily how you make that.
Hey kid, like, that's exactly. Are the words not in the title?
It's scotch, stupid.
Yeah, butterscotch.
Don't make it complicated.
And now you guys can enjoy a butterscotch chicken. Enjoy.
Right after you finish our hot whiskey dip chicken.
Hot whiskey dip chicken.
Kareem, I'm flying out. Get some chicken, some butter, and some scotch. We're gonna go to town.
Oh, it's gonna be delicious.
If there's any place that should happen, it is Florida. Let's be clear.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure it's happening down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone's making some money off of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I do feel like you should call Applebee's and try and get a cut.
Come on, guys. I got a brilliant idea. I mean, we might get some drunk people leaving this place, but it'll be awesome. They're gonna love it.
Oh yeah,
That's for the lawyers
because
to take care of.
Applebee's.
That's
Fair enough. Then you're leaving with
Applebee's
their.
has such a hard time getting people.
I mean, they're in their
drunk.
cyber
You're
trucks.
right.
They can run over people. They're fine. Just don't put them next to a sprinkler.
yeah. Oh God.
How'd you mess up your Cybertruck? I had to pee right on the side.
I actually tried to wash the thing. Who knew? It's part of the
Stupid.
recall.
only a dry wash. It's like a leave-in shampoo.
Yeah.
Don't use that.
It's how you clean your glasses. For 2 hours. All right, so who's gonna go first with their first one? Their need to have at the table. If not there, I leave.
Ooh.
Okay,
right.
so what's our deal breaker side? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Because I'm assuming I'm just saying it's your favorite, obviously, but it's
Well,
I'm
that's
saying
different. That's different.
Well,
My
I'm
favorite
assuming
versus
if
deal
you could
breaker.
what's the difference? Like it's the one thing that if you go to, I'm being dramatic about it. I'm being hyperbolic.
Yeah, I
about it.
guess
like if it's not
that's
there,
the-
then I'm out of here. But because it's your favorite,
slap the
Go ahead.
host, wander out.
yeah, knock over the table.
But I think I have a different answer for those two things.
Okay,
Ooh,
go ahead, Pat.
Let
Let's
hit
hear
us.
it.
I'm
Alright.
on board.
Once again, very Irish.
over the
My
table,
favorite
angry.
my favorite is going to be mashed potato because it feels like Thanksgiving to me.
Okay.
Now, the one that's going to get me to, I will be upset if they don't have, is turkey gravy. Because turkey gravy goes on everything outside of the sweet potatoes. But everything else, I can put turkey gravy on. And if you do not have turkey gravy with the turkey, what do you even make the turkey for? You have all these drippings. You have all this stuff. Make the gravy.
Makes sense.
And don't
I
give
like
me
that.
don't open a can. Don't open a can. We're gonna have a problem.
A can of the gravy.
Don't open a
Yeah.
can. You have all the
Okay.
dripping. I will do it. I just give me a bag of flour and I'll do it. It's fine.
Okay,
Okay.
I have a weird addendum to that. Again, the turkey that I've done in the past is citrus based. So we actually use orange juice in the base, and the we also use rosemary, thyme, all that stuff.
Mhm.
So you get a lot of citrus and orange in those drippings. Are you making that with my dripping?
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's because
100%.
it's going to affect your enjoyment though. That's like it's though. That's
It is.
mean-
Oh, it's citrusy. Oh no. Oh, how
Hey.
terrible.
You're a purist. I don't know. So I didn't
Well,
know if that's
my basting is
100%.
usually like Coca-Cola and syrup as well with some of the other stuff. So you get
Now, I
your gravy be a little bit sweeter.
But
I
now
think
here's the
I-
thing.
Did you
Sorry,
have
go
a
ahead.
Thanksgiving that we were over at? Because that sounds
Probably
very
had a
familiar.
few. Yeah,
And you did
Now-
you did the bird upside down too, right?
exactly.
Okay, yeah, I was there for one.
Here's the thing with Kareem's turkey. Kareem's turkey is the only exception because you can literally just use the juices from his turkey as gravy. You don't have to do it. You can just
Mhm.
pour the juice on. So
Fair
All right,
enough. Okay.
now with that being mashed potatoes, the style, because I mean you're a finesse guy. We talking super whipped, lumpy, watery. What is? Okay, I don't know. Some people
but
might like it.
I am gonna, honestly, just mashed potatoes. The style at that point doesn't matter. I just need mushed
Okay.
potato.
All right.
So
Like I said, you want to throw
But again, if you could have your preference, if you were like, if God was like, you know what, Pat, this is all you're gonna eat for the rest of eternity. What style of mashed potato?
probably like not so much a whipped, but a fine mash.
Okay.
Little texture.
Okay, fair enough.
I prefer mine lumpy. I like chewing through mine, but that's just me preferably.
No
I'm
shade. No
I'm on the
shade.
other side. I'm gonna be putting my mashed potatoes through a ricer, so you get all the little like it's
Ooh,
nice
wow.
and mashed down.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Okay.
Also delicious. No shade here, guys. Potato.
I'm also
potato,
loading
potato.
it with cheese and bacon and like the twice baked potatoes. That's where my
You
my
just
sweet spot.
just make a twice baked potato at this point. Like you
Yeah.
just that's what you want. That's
Either
Garlic,
that or
oh.
put potato skin in there somewhere.
I mean, you
I
can do
w-
that too, but it
Yeah.
it affects the consistency. So it's like since I'm
Okay.
going through the ricer, I'm not really going to be planning to
Fair enough.
do that.
but I do like a mashed potato with the skin.
Yeah,
Me too.
that's
I'll do
totally
that too.
acceptable.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'll go next, I guess. Then.
Yeah.
And say, I need to have stuffing.
Nice.
That is, you don't got any there. I'm
Okay.
like, to Pat's point, I feel like that is quintessential. Like, I feel like you can have mashed potatoes at Christmas. You have mashed potatoes at barbecues, 4th of July, stuff like that. The only time you'll have stuffing, though, really, is roughly Thanksgiving. I guess you could blend over to Christmas, but it's no other time that you're not like, hey, 4th of July stuffing, everybody. That's what I brought. You're usually getting it at Thanksgiving, and then because you
Fair,
have leftover,
very
because you
fair.
bought too many boxes for Thanksgiving, you're then using the leftover boxes for Christmas. So if you got to have it there, I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? You don't know what
Yeah.
you're doing, sir, and I don't trust you or your turkey.
Now that, frankly, that's probably the right answer, quote unquote, if we left it out to the general public. My potato love just trumps that, but that 100%.
No, I think you're right. I feel like
yeah.
potatoes are one of those things you see. Like we're gonna get into movies later, but when you do that pan of like the table, potatoes are roughly on there for most of those Christmas.
But stuffing is too.
dinners.
Yeah.
And stuffing is uniquely, to your point, it's very uniquely Thanksgiving. Like you said, you could probably bleed over into some Christmas, but it's there. And I'm scrolling through the list a little bit too, just so we have a few other things. Like they have orzo, so like different types of pasta as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think that like
I've
there's
seen like the cold pastas or whatever, antipastas or whatever served as well.
Yeah, but stuffing is higher on that list. I feel you there. Your favorite stuffing is because like I remember someone did an apple and sausage stuffing one time, and I'm like, all right, I'm digging this.
Yeah.
And of course, some people are like, oh no, I need celery and onions and all these. Like they like to dress theirs up that way because it kind of depends on your jam. But what do you have your favorite your mom makes? Or
I do. My mom doesn't do stuffing. She eats stuffing. She wasn't like, oh, this is mom's stuffing. My dad makes stuffing. He did most of the cooking. I usually put sweet peppers in mine, like the red, orange, stuff like that, and spinach. Extra spinach, and then I toss a lot of Thousand Island dressing into that as a mix. It keeps it all together. That's usually what I'll have for my like stuffing.
That's your binder, okay?
Yeah.
Interesting. And do you do that separately in the casserole dish, or do you do that in the turkey?
Oh, that's separate in the casserole dish.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually the stuff that I have inside the turkey is usually mostly potato and peppers and onions and stuff like that. That I put inside. Yeah. That I put inside that. And then I'll use to Pat's point, you can pour that into, your gravy mix a little easier than having stuffing in there as well. But yeah, peppers, Thousand Island dressing, and spinach mixed into the bread. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That's a different take.
Whenever I make
a little more crunch.
It's very, very basic. Like I may do a little apple, but we're doing celery, we're doing onion. I'm doing probably a pork sausage roll.
You're right there with Ken. That's right up Ken's alley.
I want that pork fat in there. Gives it a nice flavor profile in comparison to the turkey.
Yeah, I like that.
So
that's fair. I like it.
What about you, Ken?
I'm gonna go with just mac and cheese.
Your twice baked potato again? I'm not letting it go.
It's on there, like it's up to the top. But mac and cheese, especially like my wife makes an amazing one. She uses these gorgonzola crackers as like the top for like the added crunchiness, and I think it uses like the shell macaroni or the shell noodles, like shells of cheese, and a couple different types of cheese. Uses a bechamel sauce thing, like. She does it all up and then bakes it at the end with those gorgonzola crackers on top, and it's like,
So
that's
it. Sorry,
no, you're good. That's kind of like that's my go-to. Like that's going to be on the plate for sure. Mashed potatoes will be there too, but like the mac and cheese is getting on the plate. And especially because usually that's what we would bring, depending if we're part of the arriving army. I'm like, oh, I know the mac and cheese is good right here, because you don't have to like when you go to these events, you're like. Okay, Aunt Karen made the potato salad. We're staying away from that. But we can always go to mac and cheese and be solid.
Because you
got food in there.
Yeah. If I imagine Karen, she does not season her food.
Nope.
It's good.
I bet she got a little spicy.
Was that an SNL sketch?
It was. It was Chadwick Boseman on Jeopardy, but Black Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Woman Karen, she is Caucasian, eh?
Yes.
And she has her own recipe for potato salad, eh?
Yeah.
Ah, I understand. It is noble that she would volunteer to cook for everyone. And although I have never had potato salad,
Of course.
I sense that this white woman does not season her food.
That's right.
And if she does, it is only with a tiny bit of salt.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
And no paprika.
No paprika. No.
And she will probably add something unnecessary like raisins.
I know, right?
So something tells me that I should say,
Say it.
oh, hell no, Karen. Keep your brand-ass potato salad to yourself.
Or
My
wait, no,
argument.
It wasn't Jeopardy, but it was a, yeah, it was something similar to that. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
My only argument against mac and cheese kind of mirrors Kareem's argument against the mashed potato, which is I love mac and cheese. I'm very happy to have it on Thanksgiving, but it more reminds me of summer in a lot of ways. I don't know why. I think because of the barbecue, the barbecue connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought it to barbecues too, so like that's a fair.
Yeah.
And we brought it to our friend's Christmas party on a regular occasion too. So it's like
What you're not doing is getting adventurous and bringing it in Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That
Valentine's mac and cheese.
You don't know what our date nights are like, okay? We don't.
Fair enough.
This might be how we do things.
Just straight raw dog and mac and cheese.
Exactly.
You in the mood? I am. Get the spoons out.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
delicious.
I thought about you recently because I got McNuggets and I asked for sauce. They didn't give me any, so on the drive home, I'm like, I just have to raw dog these nuggets, like just eat nuggets, no sauce. I'm like, it's fine, they're still edible, and I'm like, it's again, you're getting like $2 nuggets because you're just hungry and food. But I'm like, I'm raw dogging these nuggets, I guess, just no sauce, like a heathen. Here we go.
That's pretty rough. I didn't realize until not having sauce how dry chicken nuggets actually could be. I took some bites and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get a soda or something. This is horrible.
Yeah.
I will say, I think that is McDonald's are the worst offender with that.
I think so.
The forgetting sauces, or that they need sauce.
That they need sauce. I can handle a Wendy's nugget without sauce.
Yeah, because they've got some good seasoning on there too. Like they've got some flavor.
Yeah. Not just eating that Italian boot nugget, like,
Give my California nugget.
Yeah, and I will concede that mac and cheese is not like the standard bearer for Thanksgiving, and I think Kareem's got that with the stuffing. It's not like, but it's one of my go-tos. It's one of my first picks.
Mm-hmm.
And again, part of it is because I always know it's going to be consistent because my wife makes the great mac and cheese. So it's like, okay, cool, we're good. Like, okay, I don't have, there's no question marks.
No doxing, but what is the worst mac and cheese experience you've had? Because you sound like a mac and cheese connoisseur, so you had to have had some bad ones.
Oh God. Someone who may cook the noodles a little bit too long, and so like by the time they get to you get to them, it's just like more of a sludgy thing. Like you got to leave them al dente because it's gonna sit and it's still gonna like when they talk about a steak, it's still gonna cook after you pulled off the fire. So like the mac and cheese is gonna sit for a while in the sauce, and it's gonna soak in that extra moisture. So it's like you're gonna have a very soft noodle by the time you get it on your plate. So if you overcook your pasta,
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Amber alert.
No, it's okay.
So more mush and cheese than mac.
Yeah, more mush and cheese than mac, and maybe a little bit too much milk, so that like even the cheese flavor was. And they're like, oh, you can just add something like not wash it, but it was so like bland, like it didn't taste like a strong cheese flavor. So that's kind of where I would fall into like. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, are you a one type of cheese or multi-cheese person with the mac and cheese?
Multi-cheese. Yeah. I mean, even the crackers have a gorgonzola powder on them because they're Trader Joe's gorgonzola crackers. And just mash those up really and it adds a nice little extra bit of texture, and then also has that more cheesy flavorness. It's nice and baked on the top. And so I'm multi-cheese, and also I also like.
Do you have a preference over the white mac and cheese versus the more yellow ish ones?
Yeah, Ken.
Setting you up, Ken.
Yeah. Quite frankly,
Tread
Quite-
lightly.
quite frankly, this white cheddar is getting in.
Not
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
all that said, not to harp on Trader Joe's again, but that unexpected cheddar is delightful, and I would totally make mac and cheese out of that.
Yeah.
That's definitely up there. They've got a lot of good. I mean, this is Trader Joe's podcast at some point too. Considering I worked there for a bit,
Sponsor
they're
us.
delicious. Yeah, that's a high quality cheese right there.
Hey Aldi, I know you're owned by the same company, but if you give us money, we'll say yours is better.
Yeah,
Hey, we're up for sale.
We'll sell out.
100%.
Like if you hit the price right, we'll sell out a heartbeat. You'd be amazed by the things I promote if you give it enough money. Okay.
Yeah.
Or free
Okay.
food.
Yeah. I mean,
Groceries
it
are
has to be a fair
expensive.
amount of. Yeah, exactly. Let's hit those numbers, folks.
Yes. All right, Pat. Number 2 dish, if you got a second one.
Second, so this is where it's gonna peter out.
And again,
because
this
my
is
second
this is the flip over the
would be
table.
stuffing.
This is just I like.
It's stuffing.
Let's also forget we still have movies to get to too. So
Yeah, we'll get to there.
okay.
We still what?
Have
Well,
movies.
I still want to talk about pies, guys.
Oh, desserts. Okay, so I think we've covered sides pretty well. We've each had one.
Okay.
We've
yeah.
talked about different. So we can move on to dessert, which I'm on board for.
Okay.
Okay.
Ken, start us out.
So, I mean, my grandfather made a pumpkin pie that was like a layer of pumpkin pie with a layer of pumpkin mousse on top, and then you hit it with the whipped cream on top. You've got like 3 tiers of pumpkin, and it was so good. And I mean, for a 13-year-old who's just like, sugar's amazing, let's get more of it. That was great because like you have your whipped cream, which is always solid, and then you've got that mousse on top, which is just a different texture, a little bit of different flavor, and then the pumpkin pie. That was probably my favorite Thanksgiving pie of all time, like just hands down. And I mean, I'll eat a sweet potato pie, I'll eat a pecan pie, I'll take all kinds of stuff, but that one that'll be my top tier one.
Sounds good.
Yep. I no more hot take. Carry on.
No, I mean, I think that's pretty. I was gonna say, it's like the stuffing situation for me. Like pumpkin pie has to be there. I am also though, and maybe it's just again unfortunately this isn't even isolated to just Thanksgiving. I'm a cobbler guy, and I will eat peach cobbler.
Yeah,
any day of the week. If someone has a cobbler there, I will throw that pumpkin pie in somebody else's face to get to the peach cobbler because that's the way I roll. But if they don't, pumpkin pie will be my all right, you got to have that at least minimum. You got to have a pumpkin pie. If you have a sweet potato, that's awesome too. In addition, but you got to at least have the base of all right, pumpkin pie, and then here's all the other stuff. If you got none of that, then I'm like, hey, who are you? What are you doing here?
What is this? Dutch apple? Get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get
out of here.
Kareem, when it comes to the cobbler, and I'm thinking of like a particular place when I'm thinking of cobblers, because they're obviously peach. There's apple cobbler as well, which is more aligned with the season. And then there's like the berry cobbler with the multi-berry cobbler, but you're peach all the way.
Definitely.
Okay.
Gotta have the peach.
With or without ice cream?
I could do it without ice cream.
Are you doing it hot or cold?
Hot.
Okay.
Gotta have it hot.
That's fair. I'm just curious because it's like there's a lot of different ways to take this. Like my wife
Now
would
again,
be like,
I'm an addict
get a
for it.
nice
So
peach
if you
cobbler.
serve it to me cold, I'll eat it cold just like Donald. Ooh, my precious. But I prefer it to be warm.
Any way you can get your hands on.
Yeah,
it.
basically.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's a good take.
What about you, Pat? Cranberry
Sweet
sauce?
potato pie.
Son of a
Sweet
bitch.
potato cranberry sauce. Just cranberry sauce.
I thought you were going to say potato pie. I told more potato. Just
Potato
kidding.
pie.
Potato pie.
With that in mind, sweet potato pie.
There you go.
Okay.
It is superior pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Well, and again,
it's not fighting words with me, but that is still a bold statement, and I appreciate you throwing it out there.
We'll move, Cotton. See how it works out for him.
I mean, feel free to send all your negative hate mail to @RogueJedi and we'll care of Twitter and whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
sweet potato pie. This weird pie.
It's interesting because I feel again, sweet potato pie could be had at any time. I feel like pumpkin is it's like, you get into that, like, oh, it's September-ish. It's time for pumpkin season.
Yeah.
Sweet potato, you can, like I said, sweet potato, you're like, all right, it's 4th of July. It's, Memorial Day. It's, and you get
so
potato.
this is mostly because I came late to sweet potato pie. So I only associate it with the holiday season because that's when I've had it. And it wasn't something I had previous to like probably the last 10 years. And now I'm all about it. Like, yeah, just do that. The ones I like a little spicier, a little more flavor, a little more texture. Like, the pumpkin pies tend to be very smooth. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I find sweet potato pie to be superior on basically every level.
Every level. Whew.
Yes.
Man, you're really going hard on the sweet potato.
Sorry. Oh, the Irishman went hard on potato. What a shock.
I'm just saying you went hard after pumpkin. Got a lot of Americans that are going to call you all kinds of names.
I mean, if you go with the king, you best not miss.
That's fair.
I mean, you got a good shot at it. Sweet potatoes is. I mean, if you came up with the Dutch apple, you missed.
Yeah. No, Dutch apple pie, delicious. But if I'm thinking like that, we had pecan pie the other day, and also stealth contender. That thing is delightful
because of the texture. It's very deceiving.
It's just like that sweet and nutty.
Yeah.
Ken, I have a follow-up question. Taking your grandfather's, that very specific pumpkin pie out of the equation, for a generic dessert, what would you pick?
I think you upset him.
I do. I think
that's the sweet potato talk is too much. He's like, you know what? Fucking out.
Ken is completely frozen. He's disappeared.
I'm not going to talk to him. I'm not going to invite him over for Thanksgiving.
That's fair.
We're done. So
I was like, we started talking about pecan pie, and I came in rage. No, I'm not sure what happened. So, but yeah, no, pecan pie is good too. I don't know what I missed out on there.
He had a question. He had a follow-up question for you.
Yeah, follow-up question, because your pie is obviously a very specific pie that your grandfather made. Outside of that, like as a general Thanksgiving dessert, what are you picking?
Well, I mean, I guess that it's also like, this is all kind of conditional too, because it's like, what are you picking? I'm like, what am I? Because often I'm part of the invading army. I'm not part of the host side of things, so I'm not picking what's going to be there. So I'm like, kind of like, oh, I'll take whatever. But they're like, oh, we need something. I'm like, grab the Costco pumpkin pie, because it's always an easy buy, ready to go. It pleases everybody, because at that point I'm like, let's just make sure everybody has something that they're happy with.
But if you get to pick, world's your oyster, but it's got to be a general one, not that specific.
Not my grandfather's one. Yeah.
Heavily frosted cinnamon roll.
Yeah. Delicious.
That actually to me says Christmas morning, but that's a different discussion. Like waking up early, making cinnamon rolls.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, I'm far too easygoing. I'm far too like let's just get something everyone can enjoy, and like just get the Costco pumpkin pie, because it's just like it's there. Like
so still pumpkin.
And yeah, it's probably still pumpkin. Like but I'm also just like, what's everybody got? Like I'll do boysenberry pie. I'll do apple pie, because I know. Oh, I will say I am a sweet apple pie over a tart apple pie guy. I can throw that out there, but that's also more just general holidays.
What about you, Pat? Or are we talking cookies? Are we talking? A question.
Ooh,
has anybody ever introduced chocolate during Thanksgiving as like a dessert? Like
we're actually bringing a chocolate pie.
You just hit something that I should have thought about. I have made a. This is something that I would bring, because my uncle loved it. Is a peanut butter chocolate silk pie. And I would make that, and I'd bring that.
Nice.
So it's just kind of like, again, it's kind of moussey. It's peanut butter and chocolate, and like it's a good flavor. I love peanut butter and chocolate. You just like
that.
So that's probably if I'm going, like, if I'm bringing something for and I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, people already bringing pumpkin pie. I'm like, cool. I'm bring my own thing, and you all can enjoy this. I also was reminded I have one other dish that it's not on my list anymore, but it's definitely in my roots. That like it's just the white trash side of things.
We already talked about green bean casserole. Say that again.
What about
in
pea
pie
salad?
form?
Yeah,
pea salad.
What is pea
Yeah.
salad?
Pea salad it's pretty much like potato salad or whatnot. It is the idea that you're doing the mayo, peas, Velveeta cheese, and bacon bits. It exists in the world. I don't necessarily recommend it, but it's out there and you can have it. I remember loving it as a kid.
Oh, you said
but
the
it's
recipe?
not. I sent the recipe. Yeah, go for it. I can't say that I would recommend it at this point. Yeah, see, like it's got Velveeta cheese in it. Okay, folks, I know where I'm coming from here.
They didn't even try and cook the cheese. That's what's getting me.
Yeah, it is just a thing. I'm
not gonna lie. It looks
like
like it. I'm sure. I don't want to denigrate anybody's taste buds, but it looks like the kind of stuff you find when you clean out your fridge, like underneath the fridge, and you're like,
Wow,
I gotta take a napkin and get underneath the fridge.
It's that kind of pea. Okay, clear some things up.
You saw the picture, right, Pat?
Yes.
But I was reminded something just pinged off a memory there. But there you go, folks. That's another one you can have out there. I don't know if I recommend it at this point, but it exists in the world.
No, but we're gonna message out that recipe for everybody though. Ken recommends favorite dish number 1.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When you look at the ingredients uncooked, it looks so much better.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though, folks.
Scroll a little further down.
Oh yeah, without the mayo, it's like okay. Oh god.
If you're not
I can see where you're going here.
Yeah, if you're not enjoying us on YouTube right now, if you're not getting the visuals and you want to get a chance to see it and you're listening to us on, Apple or wherever you get your podcasts, go to our Instagram and you will see some of these photos in a slide reel maybe, but be sure to check us out on all the social media spots.
Yeah. I'm going to try and describe it to you though, in case you never want to see it.
Fair.
Uncooked, it's a bowl of peas, cubed cheddar looks like, diced onions, and bacon bits in a nice clear bowl. When you cook it or prepare it, it looks like
you don't cook it. That's probably more.
I'm gathering that by the cheddar cheese. It still looks like it was uncooked.
Again,
the mayo is what's getting me.
You're classing it up by saying cheddar. It was just Velveeta. It's not. It's
fair enough.
May I read the ingredients?
Yeah, go for
ahead.
it. 8 slices bacon, cooked crispy and crumbled. 3/4 cups cube sharp cheddar cheese, which for Ken, he's saying Velveeta. 1/3 cup diced. 1/3 cup diced red onion. 4 cups frozen peas. Pepper and salt. 2 teaspoons apple cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon granulated sugar. 1/4 cup mayo. A 1/2 cup sour cream. So this one is not only mayo, and that actually, I'm not gonna lie, changes it a little bit for me. I'm a little more intrigued now.
Because it's even whiter, Pat.
Well, yeah, the paler the better, baby. What are you gonna do? Right?
I find it funny that I'm scrolling through the page and it says, and this is, I'm quoting the page. I've served this pea salad so many times over the years to friends whose first reaction is ew, and then they ask for the recipe after one bite. And I'm like, so you're acknowledging that it looks, everyone knows what it looks like. You're like, it's like a hear me out.
Looks bad.
Hear me out. It's
yeah.
It was. Here we are.
If I had to put a meme to it, it's going to be like that. What's his name? Chris Pratt in front of the three Raptors. Hold on a second, guys. Don't throw it away.
I'm the alpha. I'm the alpha. I just think it's funny after your anti-vegetable screen,
I know
you come in with pea salad.
This was something that, again, this is what I grew up on.
And
you questioned why do I hate vegetables? You can blame my family on ruining me, like specifically my mom, for just like the food she fed me and the way they were prepared. I do not like them, and a lot of it ties back to that trauma. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't think you add a lot of mayo to vegetables for the most part.
Maybe you don't.
I mean, yeah.
Fair enough. That's obvious. Someone's doing it.
In Piedmont, North Dakota, this goes out like gangbusters, okay?
Does it though?
I don't know. This was we were from Iowa.
I feel like it's a hobby. It's a time waster. I made this thing. Now I'm going to throw it away.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's let's clear out the cupboards. Let's grab the can of early June peas, grab the Velveeta that's shelf stable. Velveeta is a cheese that is shelf stable. So again, there are certain things.
Velveeta.
Yeah, Miracle Whip is in there unopened and it's shelf stable.
Miracle Whip so much.
Whoa! Where did Miracle Whip come from? Where did Miracle Whip? Well, we were not
from the cupboard.
Well,
but I'm just saying.
Hold on, Pat. You did say that there's sugar in this recipe, right?
Yeah.
So why not just combine the two? You get your Miracle Whip.
Cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Cut out the middleman. There you go.
Why even bother? You can be like, you know what? I had 2 parts Miracle Whip, and I didn't even have to add the sugar. And like, well, you added extra Miracle Whip though. Don't worry about it. It balances itself out.
Also, I added the sugar.
Wasn't tangy enough.
I
like tangy mayo.
One thing we didn't touch on is we didn't touch on appetizers because we didn't mention deviled eggs anywhere, and that's a noteworthy appetizer for Thanksgiving. But
well, you're also the man who likes double stuffed potatoes, so what's the difference?
Twice
just do it with your eggs.
Double stuffed in Oreo.
An edible container with the middle scooped out and mushed with other items and put back in.
Yeah.
Also, shade.
There's a theme here.
Also love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love myself a deviled egg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
what other
will
appetizers
say,
are there though?
I
feel like the side dishes become the appetizers.
Like
for some people,
the sausage cracker cheese combo.
Okay.
Like the little platter.
The
always
Lunchables,
enjoyable.
the charcuterie board. Is that what you're saying?
Essentially, yeah.
I was trying not to be fancy.
You don't want to be a Dr. Oz?
No. What was the vegetable thing called? Crudité. I couldn't get my crudité going. You jerk, Biden! How dare you? Crudité your ass out the door.
Let's go, Brandon. Just not to the grocery store.
Yeah, there's. I mean, there's lists out there, so you can find a cranberry brie bites, which those are probably with the cranberry. You got a Thanksgiving tie there.
Lisa, my wife makes a what is it? Is it baguette, like the French bread? I guess it's French bread with what she put on there? Oh my god, brie cheese and I want to say marmalade essentially, and bakes that whole thing as an appetizer. So it's like warm bread with warm melted cheese and the marmalade on top. That's always
the
good.
one she puts balsamic on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Very good.
She's very good.
We've gone to this time. We do a buffalo dip as well with like chips or crackers if you want.
Yes, I've had some people have done that at other events of like, oh, it's a buffalo chicken dip, and it's like,
yeah,
it's buffalo chicken, and you dip and enjoy.
If I'm going holiday dip though, as an appetizer, I'm gonna need that French onion dip. Give me that French onion dip, baby. Yes, I know it's just sour cream and a packet of French onion dip.
I don't know why we're even saying that when we could just dip our chips into this pea salad. It's a fair point. Come on, guys.
Fair point.
Fair enough.
Cracker, pea salad on top. Delicious.
Add the salt to that sugar.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, it's a vegetable. Can I get a multigrain cracker?
There you go.
Yeah.
Be healthy, guys. Be healthy.
Okay. You got it.
Don't let that mayo fool you.